If I were to live my whole life again, I'd still want to be a lasalista pa rin. Bayaran man ako, I will still say to you, I'd rather be green than be blue.
Right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Quiver podcast. You're joined today by me, Kiko. Today by Brian. Say hi, Bri.
Hi. Hi,
Willie
everyone.
Hi.
and Vic.
Hello.
All right. Hello. Medyo ano yun ah.
Hello.
Magka bedroom voice ka dyan, Vic ah. Hello.
Malungkot tayo, malungkot tayo.
Walang cut.
Malungkot tayo.
We have a full episode for you guys today on the Quiver podcast. So make sure to subscribe and follow us on YouTube and our Spotify page. Today we're talking about the big win over Adamson, 75-40 to punch the ticket to the Final Four. We'll be previewing the Ateneo game for you, which is coming up next weekend. Talking about the implications of an injury to one of the Green Archers and how that'll affect the team, plus other results from around the league. Okay, guys, but first, to the big game. Over the weekend, we played the Adamson soaring Falcons and won 75-40 to punch our ticket into the Final Four. Of course, we have bigger plans for this season. So, 70-45, my mistake. Willie, first to you. You were the only one disappointed with the scoreline with the 70-45.
2 points lang talaga si Konob. 2 points lang.
Marami ako bibilangin dyan eh. Ano ba yan? Konov!
Stepping.
2-pointer lang dapat
talaga.
stepping ka. Stepping siya. Itong ref na to, bulag to eh. Di nyo nakita, stepping yun eh. 2 points
Binigay
lang
ng
yun.
3 points. Binigay ng 3 points.
Hindi lang kita sa
Oo,
TV,
eh.
but si Willie humingi ng review doon sa sa officer station.
Hindi na nakita, gumagano na ako eh. Review.
Sino ba ito sa crowd humingi ng review? Sino ba ito?
Kaya 2 points lang. Gaganon si Willie.
Yun yung,
Pinaglalaban niya 2 points
never
lang
have
talaga.
I protested as hard na hindi yan
Yes.
3-pointer, 2-pointer lang yan.
Ramdam ko si Willie nun. As in, akala mo close game. Akala mo game winner.
Passion eh.
Akala mo game winner pinaglalaban ni Willie.
Kulang lang duraan ni Willie referee eh. In this
Oo,
case.
oo.
Kulang lang.
Pwe, 2 points lang yan.
2 points. So it was a 70-45. So Willie didn't get his favorite final score, but you know,
Yeah.
it was a good thing everyone who was in the lineup got to play. Lahat ng tao na sa dyaryo, led by KQ with 17 points.
Nasa box score.
Nasa box score.
score.
Nakapasok. Hindi na get sa mga bata yun ngayon eh, pero di ba?
Wala na. Hindi na nila nahingi sa
Yes,
Jari
man.
yun.
KQ 17 points. Joshua David 4 for 5 from 3 points. 11 points. Phillips. Mike,
Dalaga.
not the Mike. Isaiah Phillips 3 points, outscoring his brother. If I told you
Yes.
guys,
Yes.
what were the odds for Isaiah Phillips to outscore Mike Phillips? Ewan ko kung pupustahan niyo yun.
Sayang, no? Kung may parlay. Kung may parlay na gano'n, ano?
Isaiah Phillips outscore his
Mantakin
brother
mo
Mike
yan.
Phillips. That it's never.
Mantakin mo yan, di ba? Mantakin
Yeah.
mo yan.
And Henry Agunana, his best game yet so far with 8 points, and we'll get into it. First, Vic, 75-45, big win. What did you like from the Archers in this game?
I think we adjusted properly on defense. Kasi di ba parang nung start, Adamson had a relatively good start in this game and then we started clamping down on defense, which normally Adamson averages 14 to 15 assists per game and then Adamson ended the game only with 8 assists.
Correct.
So ang laking bagay na we were able to clamp them down medyo just in time to take away Adamson's rhythm and at the same time through our defense yun yung nag-fuel sa atin kasi normally it's the other way around. Pag medyo ginaganahan ka, nakaka-shoot ka, that's the time you play defense. Yun yung normal behavior eh. But I think for this game, yung defense natin yung nag-fuel for us to have a very good game offensively. We shot 10 threes in QPAV na we played our games there the last sa women's basketball. We were playing there the past 2 seasons, and I was sharing with you sa GC natin na it's very difficult to have a good perimeter shooting game there, but our boys,
Our voice.
our boys, our
Our
boys,
boys.
Espana,
Espana.
Espana Boulevard, not Spain.
Why was
Yun
that?
yung ano.
What makes it difficult to shoot in that venue?
Hindi ko rin alam kung anong parang nakatingala ka pag nasa loob ka ng kasi before what we do there, if we are the first game, we normally an hour or two nandun na kami. We do our shoot arounds there. Pag first game, pag second game ka medyo mahirap na kasi nga wala ka ng time to do your shoot arounds But ang ano ako doon, sa akin lang to, hindi ko alam sa ibang players na naglalaro doon. Parang may extra ting ka na ano. Well, I'm only 5'4", 5'5". So talagang titingala naman talaga ako sa ring, di ba? Pero yung parang iba yung pakiramdam mo iba yung pakiramdam ko compared sa Razon. Iba yung ano niya, iba yung di ko alam kung optical illusion ba yun or the way the backboard was built inside sa QPAV. Pero yun, in general, it's not easy to have a good perimeter shooting game there. As I think yun lang din yung
Baka yung
Ah,
I think oo nga. Knowing
para
UST,
para aim, no? Para aim.
knowing
para aim.
Sa pool.
knowing
para sa
UST,
pool, no?
ano yata yung lighting ng simbahan, yun yung lighting ginawa sa ano So yung
Actually,
ganun, di ba?
Hindi. Actually,
Parang Semana
I'm not
Santa.
sure. I'm not sure kung
Actually, parang nag-uusap nga kami.
Diba?
Mas mukhang bright siya sa TV, pero sa court mismo, parang
yes, ang
ang dilim
dilim, di ba? Ang dilim,
Oo,
correct.
oo.
Bright sa QPAB. So I'm not sure if it was really something that UAAP discussed with Signal na yun yung magiging appropriate lighting setup sa QPAB kagabi. Pero yun yung ano dun. It medyo iba rin. Iba yung pakiramdam din kagabi sa gym kasi nga medyo madilim.
Yeah, Brian, very UST to have these long names. So, the Quadricentennial Pavilion, diba? Yun yung whole name niya, tama, Brian? So, kung USN sa Royal Pontifical University of San Tomas Quadricentennial Pavilion, diba? Very, parang mahabang homily, parang mga parin.
gusto talaga
Ganun
nila
lang,
napupuno yung mga
somehow.
bibig niya eh.
Except si Father Mon. Yung mga nagsisimba.
Yeah, si
Yan, yung
Father Mon
Mon.
is the most.
Pag, the best
yun.
na yan.
I have 3 points.
45
Thanks namin. I have
45 minutes. 45 minutes, tapos na yung misa.
I have 3 points. Yung sunod na 3 points lagi.
Oo.
Brian, were you concerned about the change of venue, the getting used to it? And what did you like from the Archers in this game?
Initially, if babalikan yung sinabi ko from the previous episode, there was a concern sa part ko kasi syempre you have to adjust then with the mechanics. Alam natin the dimensions are the same but the ambience is different when it comes to the venues. Hindi siya yung tulad ng MOA and Araneta na madalas kang nandun.
Yeah.
But it looked like merong adjustment for both teams, but it looked like Adamson yung mas naapektuhan doon, which benefits us obviously. So tingin ko ganun nangyari. I was concerned, but maybe the Adamson fans or Adamson players themselves were more concerned. So glad we got that right.
It didn't play out well for USD who practiced in the gym, lost Ateneo earlier in the day.
Diba?
Walang home court advantage, diba?
Pressure eh. Feeling ko na pressure din sila.
Sa home court,
With-
kailangan manalo. Yeah. Willie, we've been through many post-traumatic stress disorders incidents before we come to the Salle games, diba? Every time something happens, we call remembers to the past, diba? Jason Webb, Joshua Webb, all these other things, diba? All these other scary memories. Not their fault, we just associate with those events. The previous game, we dropped a big lead to UST. They came back, brought the game to overtime. Good thing we pulled it out in the end. This time, against Adamson, we raced out to a big lead. Were there any concerns for you na, something could happen again? Or this game felt different? It's a totally different game to a different opponent.
Ako, honestly, other than yung first quarter na yun na nag-trail tayo for a short while, parang naka-cruise control din tayo halos lahat
Yeah.
for the rest of the game eh. Sabi ko nga, I was watching it with my dad eh. Sabi ko nga, pagtingin ko, yung dad ko, nagsi-cellphone na lang eh. Sabi ko, gano'n ka.
Parang
Sabi ko,
round 1 pa,
tatanungin,
Willie. Naulit ba yung
oh,
round 1?
oo eh, parang tatanungin na lang niya, ano score? Sabi ko, hindi mo na kailangan alamin, wala no chance.
No. Candy
Wala
Crush
pang
ba siya? Nalaro
69.
niya, nag-text.
Yun yung sagot ni Willie doon eh. Wala pang 69.
Oh, sinasabi, wala pang
Buti,
69 eh. Tapos bigla
buti
na
si
lang,
Willie, hindi niya sinagot. Hindi ka ba nanonood? Tatanong ko ng score
yung,
sa akin, hindi ka ba nanonood?
Sayang ticket
yung
mo.
dad ko, yung dad ko na nga nagsabi eh. Pasabi na ng pag 60 na, pag umabot ng 60, manonood na ako. Abang na rin ako.
Crunch time. It's game
Crunch time.
It's crunch time. It's the and Willie, during that time, what did you see Salle doing anything differently compared how we played against UST to better control the game? You said we're on cruise control na, 'di ba? Cruise control natin instead of going at 50 na ano tayo ng 100. Yung cruise control natin.
Ako siguro I saw may pabuenas yung mga shots natin na grabe talaga yung shooting natin on those stretches when we were able to pad yung lead. Even yung parang garbage minutes na in the fourth quarter, I think si Alian yun na yung last second shot niya to beat the shot clock. Sabi ko, kahit pumasok pa yun, tapos garbage time na even they themselves na isipin mo we were playing the third stringers. Adamson hindi pa makascore sa atin. Yeah. No? So parang it was that type of game na alam mo na everything was going right for you, everything's going bad for them. Yun yung nakakamiss panoorin din. Yung nakaka-relax na talaga. And yun nga, yung shots for some reason, we only missed one free throw for the entire game. Tapos para nice.
Yeah. To those listening and watching, a lot of viewers of the show sent their condolences to Willie when we went over his score limit.
Pagka lumagpas,
condolences kaya.
It's okay, Willie, ganun. It's okay, Willie. We will get that next time. Parang ganun. We'll
Not
get
nice.
Baka against Ateneo, di ba? Malay natin.
No. So, but good point, Willie. 92.3% from the free throw line from Salle, di ba? Very un-Salle-like.
When was that?
Grabe, no?
And for the second straight game na maayos yung free throw shooting natin. Hindi ako sanay.
Now, my fear is during that Ateneo game, the averages will balance out. We'll probably shoot 50%.
Kaya nga baka bumawi.
Bumawi, di ba? Masalis na magaling sa math, di ba? Law of averages. It'll just come down to that. Kailangan 60% lang tayo. So, kailangan mag 30% yung
Hindi pwede yan. Hindi pwede yan.
Unacceptable.
Masyado magaling. Hindi pwede yan.
Vic, we're talking about how Nash teams used to always give us problems, di ba? Going back to this FA.
Kaya nga
What we swept Adamson twice in this season in convincing fashion. Even going back to last season, we handled Adamson well. Were you surprised that we're dealing with these Nash teams better? Usually he has something up his sleeve for us.
I think ang ko dito is yung veteran presence. Medyo malaking gap for Adamson this year. I think it's parang si Cedric Manzano yung nakikita ko na parang leader type nila. Then after that, basically these are young players pa. So they will need time to mature pa, no? Yun yung ko dito, kaya that's what I see na kaya hindi natin nakikita yung typical na Coach Nash teams compared before, kasi wala talaga I don't see any dito veteran leadership on this team as seen also in other Adamson games, hindi lang naman against us but against the other teams. Yun, alam mong at some point they struggle due to that's the only thing that I can attribute it for now, yung lack of lack of veteran leadership, kasi hindi naman tapon din tong players
Yeah,
ni
yung lineup
Coach
nila.
Nash eh.
May
Hindi
talent
naman
naman eh.
to,
Yeah.
oo, hindi naman to tapon na team. It's just that they lack that veteran leadership talaga this year, na all teams go through it naman. So, yun lang. I mean, they just need to overcome that stage, kaya din. But I am not discounting yung kung paano tayo naglalaro. We
Yeah.
we prepare well, we play well. I mean, we really covered all the bases pagkalaban si Adamson. That's why we really dominated Adamson this season, both in the first round and in the second round. But yun nga, I still do believe we can sweep them even if they have kahit maganda yung nilalaro naman nila, no? But I don't think not as this convincing na talagang wala. I mean, yun nga ba binanggit nga ni Willie, yung tatay niya yung dad ni Willie sa cellphone na lang sa tabi. Siguro probably not at that point. Siguro we can beat them, but it will make the fans uh watch the game habang naglalaro.
Brian, one of the biggest ongoing storylines for LaSalle is really the play of Henry Agunani. How we need him for this season. Arguably had his best game so far for us in the UAP. 8 points, made his presence felt, impacted the game. What can you make of his performance against Adamson? Do you think there's convincing, there are promising signs there? There were still butterfingers. I still want to give him his super glue para dun sa kamay niya. Diba? Puller replacements on him. But what did you make of his
Actually,
performance
grabe.
against...
Adamson,
go ahead.
no?
Yeah.
And then nag-triple yung bola. Stop.
Ganyan siya. Too many steps.
Kahit wala siyang blocks in this game, malaking factor na nandun siya sa loob. So Adamson had to think of ideas how to attack our basket. Kasi if I remark the UST and Adamson games together properly, 71 field goal attempts yung UST in 40 minutes against us. Tapos yung Adamson, 54 lang.
54
Yeah.
lang. Yep,
So, parang
54 lang.
nakita mo na merong, I mean, magkaibang diskarte yung UST and Adamson, but nakita mo na how our defending improved. And I would like to think na when Agonane was on the court, he at least gave that presence sa ilalim, forced Adamson to take some perimeter shots that didn't go their way. Sabihin natin tira man nila yun o hindi. It helped na Agonane was there. And then on offense, we see some aggression na then from him. At least not so many passes na nababotch na. Meron pa din, pero hindi na automatic kasi nakukuha na niya yung iba. And then may one play dito with Aldan na nung medyo dulo nakita natin siya na he received the pass nicely. And then I think converted. So plus the foul pa nga yata if I remember correctly yung play.
May kasama pang foul.
Oo. So yun, siya. Okay na confidence booster, and then
Exactly.
and then at an Ateneo game coming up, maybe if he also maximizes his matchups there, who knows, diba? If he kicks it up another gear when we need it the most, with how we've been playing, nagtatanong yung mga tao saan pa tayo pwede mag-improve. He's a testimony of that, and let's see the next 4 games in the regulation how it turns out.
Yeah, and you're right, Bri. I think a large part of his struggle has been a confidence issue, could be, right? So hopefully this game helps him kick on, find some of his form, right? Willie, one more item on this game. One of the things that have been going under the radar season, see Josh David is hovering around that mythical 5 race, and it goes to show what kind of performance he's been giving us this season. Another big game today, like we said, 11 points for 5 from the field. What can you make of Josh David's performance, especially now that we're talking about how LaSalle needs a point guard?
I think nakita nga ni Josh yung mga online, yung mga articles ng media, sinasabi silently kasama na pala siya sa top 10. Siguro naisip niya, sige, mag-ingay nga ako. Gusto ko humabol kina Mike at Mike.
Na out of place
Kunin
siya
ko
eh.
nga to, kunin ko nga kay Kevin to. Kunin ko nga kay
Oo,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Makigano kaya ako. He brings stability. He brings stability and yung proper playmaking that we have, which is really part of a big part of the reason why we're currently 9-1, no. When there are times na medyo shaky na yung mga plays natin, performances natin, makita mo ipapasok siya ni Coach Topex to stabilize everyone. Makita mo na nga, I think there were several instances in the Adamson game, sabay sila ni Ramiro playing. I'm not sure if who was playing two. I think si David ata yun who was playing the two, pero I think that was the first time I saw them playing significant minutes together, the both of them on the floor. Baka one of the experimental plays ni Topex to see what would work going forward, pero I cannot ano yun, state it more na si Josh is really a big part of yung current run natin. We really need him healthy and continue to perform at a high level if we really want to take this all the way.
No bias there coming from a fellow GH alumni, no, there really. No bias at all.
Sakto lang.
Supportive ka lang. Vic, this 9-1, like Willie said, locks us in for the Final Four. You know, some of these things, we're in a strong team, take these things for granted, diba? I mean, dati,
Parang
diba?
Hindi, pati, di ba parang paulit-ulit siya kagabi, pero parang, okay lang.
Okay lang. Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry.
Parang I think mas we were able to adapt on what our sights are this season. I mean, we don't, paano ba sabihin to? Hindi natin niloloko yung sarili natin na hindi, I mean, it's nice also. Kasi, it's nice to be humble na, but at the same time, it's nice to be humble and at the same time realistic. Parang, sorry hindi Final Four ang looking namin We're looking at a back-to-back title. Yun ang namin. So at least, para sa akin, walang masama doon. Kasi too much humility is also not good. Kasi parang ang doon is wala ka rin tiwala.
Dehado ka na.
Parang walang sense for you na magpa-dehado ka at that point na kahit everybody sa labas really thinks that, I mean, our team is deep to make this run for a back-to-back title. Kaya ako at that aspect, happy ako kasi parang we are being true to ourselves na okay, we don't care about that graphic because we know what our team can do, and that is to reach the finals and hopefully win that back-to-back titles that the last time we got it was yung 4-peat run pa natin.
And you stated the
Baka may magre-react kasi spitting facts siya
Bahala sila sa buhay nila.
And Vic, remember we were talking about the status of the program, diba? It shows, remember we were talking about na nakakamiss yung mga araw na everyone, including our opponents, would think top 2, one of those slots go to the Salle, diba?
Yes.
I think we're going towards that direction.
That was my time. Yun yung
diba?
That's my time.
Automatic, diba? Those
Hindi na namin inabutan ni Willie Ang inabutan namin.
Hindi inabutan.
Nandun na ako sa dethroned era Nandun na ako sa dethroned era, tapos binalik pa natin sa FPU Bad trip
Those were the fun days na top 2 Salle, twice to beat, tapos Ateneo will just be, one of those games.
Andyan lang.
Good for you guys.
96, save for that outlier game in 96. But
everyone, parang thank you for coming, guys. Nice of you to join us. Ganun
tapos ang mantra pa yun, student athlete kami. Kaya we only recruit from Ateneo High. We don't recruit until yung savior nila lumipat pa sa atin. Parang ganun Doon lang sila naumpog Kailangan pa natin mag-recruit.
We don't recruit mercenaries.
Yes.
We don't recruit mercenaries. Yan yung
Fun times.
Fun times.
Mercenary. Fun. Tapos later on, nag-recruit na rin sila dahil na-realize nilang hindi sila na
yung
nananalo.
mercenaries namin, student athlete, yung sinasabi nila.
Yeah.
Yung mangyayari.
Oo.
Mercenary, pero pumapatay pero nag-aaral. Yun.
Oo,
Importante.
basta kailangan nag-aaral. Yan yung ano nila
Para
lagi.
sa asset. Yeah.
Oo.
Vic mentioned, Brian, that we're a very deep team. Diba? Very deep, can go diba? 12, 13 deep if we really had to. But we lost. Now, news are coming that we lost Earl Abadam to injury. Conflicted reports. Is he out a month? Is he out indefinitely out till the end of the season? My question is, do you think he is a big loss, considering that in that position, in that space or bulk of players, we have CJ Austria just came back, diba? David, Makalala, Goliena. How big of a miss do you think Earl Abadam will be, given we have these other players in the squad?
I think yung presence niya, at least somehow, he's already established himself in getting 15 to 20 minutes. But we have that luxury in his position. Those names mentioned, and then some other guys, maybe Konov and even Alian could step up pa. So let's see how they respond to the situation na hindi naman siya vacancy talaga, but there's an opportunity for sure. Kasi wala si Abadam sa blocks mo in the current rotation. So syempre may uurong or may morph siya into something different na maybe CJ will get the Abadam minutes and then the minutes CJ is getting now will go to someone else or maybe by committee siya. But what we'd like to see from the players who would fill the void is make the most of the opportunity kasi it's not just playing for this season eh. I guess it's also a way for you to defend your spot next season. Alam naman mga tao yung mga paparating pa for next season sa team natin. So,
Paparate.
sino ba?
Parating? Sino ba?
Basta may parating. Ayoko.
Ano ba yan? Bronny James ba yan? Bronny James?
Baka si Bronny.
NBA caliber Bronny James.
Pre-season lang eh.
Pre-season pa lang eh.
So it's up for them to defend their spot in the team.
And yeah, so unfortunate ankle injury for, I think it's a fracture possibly for Earl Abadam. I don't know, really, which ankle are we to donate? Your left or your right one? Para makadaro si ano.
Auntie na lang, auntie.
Pwede. Okay, bigay.
Ewan ko sa'yo, Willie. Vic, what are your concerns about losing Earl?
Ako siguro perimeter kasi naputol. Perimeter defender.
Yeah.
Kasi Earl and I think we have 3 players that normally nagro-rotate sa mga best perimeter guys ng mga kalaban natin eh. Si Earl, si EJ, tsaka si JC. I think but for the bigger, stockier wings, it's really JC and si Earl.
Do you think CJ Austria can help in the roles?
Sana.
If not
but,
defensively, at least in
I'm
terms of kulit or annoyance, he can
I'm
fill
not-
that role.
ang ano ko lang si EJ, his injury, excuse me, hindi ko alam kung ilang ano na siya eh. So, hopefully, during the next 4 games, yun, baka makita na natin si CJ doing his normal and usual Ryan Aranya role na primary, one of our primary perimeter defenders. So, yun yung ano ko. Kasi, I think, personally, yun naman yung value ni...
And so let's see how that plays out. Good luck to Earl. Hopefully the injury isn't as bad. Who knows? Maybe we'll see the season, maybe not. But best to your recovery. So Vic said we'll be seeing the next 4 games, see how it plays out. The next of our game guys is Ateneo, diba? Playing next weekend. So let's preview that game. Ateneo, after struggling that first round with 1 win, right? Tied for bottom of the standings. They've now pulled off 2 straight wins. First against NU. Then they beat USC on their home floor. They play Adamson on Wednesday. Could be another win for them. So they could be a 3-game win streak going into our game. So yung low pressure area na yun after the NU win,
Bagyo.
nagiging signal number 1,
Bagyo.
signal to number 2.
Kawawa na naman
Diba?
ako nito.
I'm already seeing the hype about Porter and Bai and Tab. And from the Ateneans' perspective, diba? Let's get into that Final Four and Tab will make things happen. Diba? We're gonna make it around the
Sorry,
second
Kiko,
round.
ano yun, sisingit lang ako kung sino sa UAP broadcast team nag-isip ng Porter House. Well done.
Well done.
Sa preview na yan, sana susunod na steak mo, well done.
Tignan natin kung makakain ka ng well done na steak.
Sana
Kumain ka.
Congratulations.
Kumain ka.
Yun,
Slice and dice. Oh,
Slice
slice and dice.
99 pesos
Parang-
buy.
Tsaka yung everything at stake. Everything at
Ayan,
stake.
99
Everything at
pesos
stake.
buy
Yan,
one.
everything at stake.
99 pesos buy one take one, di ba?
Oo.
Di ba? Ano kaya? Pusa ata yun eh. Hindi ata karani. Hindi ata baka yun. Ano ka ng presyo? Oh, grabe. But alright. But Brian, going that, Ateneo is slowly building momentum. We were talking at the end of the first round, will they make that Final Four? And now they're making a case for it. Are you worried about this game? Seeing the momentum at Ateneo and the hype building? Maybe they're going to sell a bit more tickets. People getting more confidence now.
Yan ang worry ko. Kasi papabili sana akong ticket sa Ateneo side eh. Pero mukhang mahirap na ulit. So
They're getting confidence. Signal number 2 na. It's getting there.
hindi naman sa worried, but I like what Josh and Kevin said sa press con nila after beating Adamson. They regard Ateneo as a team na una, ayaw nila matalo against. I mean, syempre, it's a rivalry game. Pangalawa, they also understand that they're not willing to let up dahil lang nakapasok sa Final Four. Parang ang focus lang nila is to deliver what they can do each game, treat it as seriously as they can, not think too far ahead. So, they're gonna respect the game. And I think they also spoke highly of Coach Tab. Ito na naman si Coach Topek saying Ateneo is the worthy rivals. The last time it happened, it was
Alam natin ano nangyari.
simmering into something. So, who knows, diba? But, yun naman, a game against Ateneo is always a red letter day for us in the calendar, the one we look forward to the most. Maganda ngayon kasi Ateneo is really targeting to make a case to the Final Four, which is good for them kasi digging themselves out of the 1-6 hole was already commendable. But we have the chance to make it tougher for them, and they know that as well. So I would like us to get a good win against them, not just to say na we need the win. I would personally say na out of the two, Ateneo would need the win more. So for us, it's the alam mo yung times before na when it's LaSalle that needs the win more than Ateneo and we couldn't beat them. Parang that's a mark of their great teams. So parang ako, that's what I want to see from our team this time. Alam mong kailangan nung kabila manalo, so deny them that win for your own good then. Kasi syempre you're building momentum towards the more serious part of the season, which is guaranteed na yung Final Four sa atin. So yun yung iniisip ko now. If we can do a good job there, then hindi, maganda kasi pinahirapan na rin natin sila. So two birds, one stone.
Yeah, and what plays one of our biggest opponents, Bright, this season, it wasn't really any other team, but it's really complacency. We saw it in the UE loss. We saw UST come back, and maybe with Ateneo, starting to get their act together. Their players are starting to play better. Maybe that will not catch us off guard. We'll be ready that, okay, this team is getting better. We'll be ready for them, right? Willie, what are your thoughts about this Ateneo game? Do you think we'll be having some Porter House issues matching up with them?
Ako, well, as a
Done.
team,
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah, well done.
As a team, siguro I like yung angle natin na streak busters tayo. We killed the UP win streak. We killed the UE win streak. And yun, this is our chance, as what Brian mentioned, na let's not give them the chance. Let's crush their hopes right there and then. Kasi ako, nung more than one win na sila, sabi ko, bad trip naman. Ano ba to? Sabi ko, yun na sana yung the other aside from yung okay na season kung makapag-champion tayo tapos one win lang sila. Better kung winless pero wala. Pero in terms of matchups, I think we have more than enough personnel to not just match up well but outclass them. Sorry not sorry, pero talagang malayo yung yung talent level nila sa atin. The most that they can make up for is really discipline and yung effort to out-hustle us, ganun. Pero talent-wise and really in a straight-up match fight, with both teams being serious, wala, I don't see them outclassing us lang talaga. Lalo na ngayon, where I think na like in our performance with Adamson, mukhang that UST game struck a chord with the team na they allowed UST to score that many on them.
Yeah.
So sa Adamson nakita mo nag-clamp down talaga. We clamp down on defense. I'm sure na we're in that stretch of the season na the boys are getting serious na
Starting to peak.
they're starting to peak, all eyes on the prize kasi palapit na talaga ng palapit.
Yeah.
So hopefully na that's the effort we'll see na I just don't want them to lose. I want them to lose so incredibly badly na wala nang manonood sa kanila.
That's the dream. And and looking at the matchups, really, like si Porter did well against their 1-2 punch si Porter, Porter did well against UST. They did well against NU because they were playing against smaller bigs, which you won't have that luxury against. Won't have that luxury against our team with Phillips, KQ. It'll be great.
Try nila bantayan si Michael.
Yep.
Saka si Raven.
Yeah. So and more experienced bigs, so that will definitely have the advantage there. Vic, if you're in Tab Baldwin's locker room, what's the pathway for victory? Everything. What's the situation that how can they upset the Archers?
Hindi ko iniisip kasi ayoko mangyari. Sorry to, Hindi ko alam paano sasagot hindi ko alam paano sasagutin yung tanong mo kasi ayoko manalo. Ayoko sila manalo. Kaya wala akong sabihin sa inyo, magpatalo kayo. Pero
Sige, patalo kayo.
Sige, lagyan natin ng sagot kahit konti.
Lagyan natin asterisk.
Or, sige, victory natin. What does Salle need to do wrong for us to lose this game? Victory natin ganyan.
Ako sana we don't lose our focus. Pag binigay nila sa atin yung tira sa labas, I hope we shoot our shots confidently on Saturday sa MOA. If they try to do that, we make them pay. Kasi as soon as we make our shots, tingin ko definitely mag-a-adjust na yan ulit si Tab to, for example, kasi no first round, nag-box and 1 yan sila Or no, they do a diamond and 1. Kasi pag medyo athletic ang players mo, pwede ka mag-diamond and 1 Pero kung you don't have that luxury, normally naka-box and 1 ka lang talaga. Kasi pag diamond and 1, mas kailangan sipagan mag-rotate ng players mo doon sa dalawang nasa gilid and yung andun sa baba. Kasi naka diamond ka So may isa ka na sa tuktok and then you have your two wing guys and then that big guy. Parang sweeper keeper mo sa ilalim. So, 'di ba? Parang ka nun, dapat athletic and quick enough to adjust. So I'm not sure kung babalik sila diyan if their zone doesn't work that well on Sunday. Nag-aano sila 1-2-2-2-3 variations din or 3-2. Minsan 3-2 yung zone variation that they were running for the past 2 games. Medyo bagay sa kanila 'yan kasi they don't have that much talent. So that's why they really had to resort on those defensive tactics. So I hope we make them pay for that so that they won't have any options. Kumbaga, if we if we are patient and be consistent scoring on that, I don't see any other option for them to go since we are a big team as well. We have 4 bigs working for us compared to NU and the USD. I think yung NU kahit naman ng first round 50-50 yan Pwede silang manalo din dyan ng first round. So even yung start ng second round, it's not really a big deal it's not really a big deal for me that they won. Kasi no first round, dapat naman tingin ko they had chances to win that game against NU no first round. Yung UST, pag hindi siya naglalaro, they are there. Yeah, you got it. Ano din sila
Do you think the zone will give us the games we struggled this year because against the zone, that's how teams
Yes.
just hang with us. Do you think there'll be a problem at the Neo game?
Kasi ano naman yun talaga eh, it's really normal even pro team sa EuroLeague pag zone medyo ano sila eh, medyo challenging naman
Mm.
talaga ang zone defense eh kasi it really medyo pag-iisipin ka niyan as compared to a man-to-man
Straight up.
defense. Eh.
Yep.
So you you really have to be patient kasi yun nga, it's not just about finding open players and be trigger happy shooting from the outside. Eh. Ang pinaka-important talaga breaking down the zone defense is finding the gaps saan ka makaka-atake. Once you find that and once you go to that consistently nahahanap how quick you can find those gaps para hindi ka maubusan ng shot clock para makahanap ka pa ng time to score. I think that's the time na I think that's what we should go on Saturday to really para masiraan ng bait kagad to si Ateneo and mag-scramble na naman sila whatever kind of defensive coverages ulit yung ano nila itatapon ulit. I mean, I'm sure maraming baon si Tab. That's a fact. So we just have to be prepared to break down kung ano yung mga primary options nila so that they would kasi ano naman yan it's not easy to adjust in game. I mean, not unless you practice it regularly pero kung yung bibiglain mo talaga na mag-a-adjust ka na going to your option B, C, and D, and E, probably kung meron ka man dyan sa bulsa mo. Let's see if
Yeah.
how they will adapt. So it's really a matter of us studying them, not being overconfident. Watch these next 3 games probably, what they're doing well, which is yun nga for me, what's going so well for Ateneo is they are now stopping teams on the other end and making good decisions on the transition on the other end. So kaya rin sila ngayon nakakapanalo. So I think we should take a look at that and take that away from them and parang rewind lang ulit nung first round.
Yeah, Brian, I don't remember the last time we swept Ateneo, diba? In the elimination round. It's been some time. So it's a good opportunity to finally do that. I don't want to live in a world where where we lose this game in this scenario. I don't want to wake come Saturday. I don't want to see us in that situation where we are at 9-1, where they are trying to make the final four and we still drop this game to them. So hopefully we don't have to face that reality. Quickly for everyone, Brian, prediction for Saturday.
Una to mention when was the last time? It was season 76 nung nanalo tayo sa Ateneo first round and then we swept the second round. So that was the last
11
time.
years.
Yeah, 11 years. Ang magandang ano doon, magandang result ng season na yun, champion tayo. Thank you, Coach Juno.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi nagawa ni Coach Juno manalo against Ateneo last time with UST. Anyway, prediction ko, I would still see us winning if we make our usual offensive plays. Magiging big yung perimeter shooting here because yun nga, Vic already mentioned it. And as any sensible coach would probably do, and Coach Tab, we can say, is one of them, they will try to make us struggle with the zone. The only game we lost so far, we really struggled from perimeter shooting. So if Ateneo wants to hope for us to lose, dapat off night ulit tayo sa perimeter. I think that's their best chance. Kasi if we start to sink those mid-rangers, those 3-point shots, then mahirapan na sila mag-defend and then ang daming players na can create their own shots with our team then. So, yeah, I am seeing a win. Maybe not as comfortable as the first round, pero again, if it's comfortable or maybe even more comfortable, okay lang ako na mali ako dyan.
Right. Willie, tingnan mo ba mag-cellphone pa rin daddy mo on Saturday?
Sana hindi naman para ma-enjoy niya yung convincing win natin. Pero sana yung pinupush nilang Porterhouse well done, sana by Saturday sunog na yan na wala na burnout na.
Please. How about you, Vic?
We win by 10.
10. Double
Yun yung ano ko. Kasi I think we're the best team when it comes to scoring second chance points eh. So to add sa sinabi ni Brian, yun na yung pinakamalalang mangyayari. I mean, if I'm an opponent of the Green Archers, yung second chance points, hirap ka na nga eh. Kasi yung bigs natin nakakakuha ng second chance points eh. It just makes matters worse for you pag nakakashoot tayo sa labas. Parang yun na yung point na saan pa ako pupunta. Na nakaka-second chance points na sila sa akin, makakashoot pa sila sa labas, ayawan. Parang ganun siya.
Right. Okay. So let's see how things turn out on Saturday. A week's rest. Week to prepare for the Ateneo game. Very ideal. They play on Wednesday against Adamson. And then they play again on Saturday against us. So let's see how that goes. All right, guys. To wrap up today's episode for our Derecohan hot take segment, brought to you by Blue Fire LPG, the only blue that's right for you. We have something a bit different today. Okay, KQ, big 17 points, MVP, another MVP caliber season. The thing is, guys, at the end of the season, we'll be probably talking about where does KQ rank in terms of our Green Archer legends, diba? And when that discussion comes along, we go back to all the LaSalle greats, where they stack up. What LaSalle does at the university, diba, dun sa sports comms, they retire jerseys. So we currently have 3 retired jerseys. Four. So si Lim Eng Beng, Kurt Bachman, Renan Ritualo, at si Manila Santos. Alright, my Derechuhan hot take today, guys. And it's no slight on those legends because they truly deserve to be up there. Is LaSalle as an institution, as a school, as a university, should not retire jerseys. Okay, why? I think the concept of jerseys, diba? We always try on this podcast how we want to give, we talk about basketball, volleyball, but we always want to recognize the efforts of all sports, diba? I think the concept of retiring jersey is something very basketball centric, diba? So we have Kirk, Lim Eng Beng, diba? Ren there. What I'm saying is, if we have a great, for example, diba, for a great football player, and we also have a great goalkeeper, a great number 10, we can't retire number 1, number 10, diba? Since these are ingrained sa, diba, football, those represent a certain position in football. If you have a great swimmer, if we have a great taekwondo,
Trunks.
diba? Isa ba yung trunks doon? Diba? So,
Nataro mo yung trunks.
yung trunks doon, diba? Doon yung brief niya, doon yung green. Tapos may arrow doon sa gitna. The future begins here. Yan ba yung ano?
O kaya yung swimsuit, retire mo yung swimsuit.
Exactly.
Retire kung babae, di ba?
Or yung sa judo, how do you retire a chest jersey?
Yung gi ang i-retire mo, yung gi.
So,
Yung gi ang i-retire mo.
Pangit yan kasi blue and white lang yung color ng gi.
Hindi nga eh. Hindi pa din natin isapin doon yun eh. Unless we create a green.
Hindi naman pwede yung belt. Hindi naman pwede yung belt. Kasi pag green belt, sabihin,
mahina
wala.
ka lang
Black belt. Black belt pinakamataas eh.
So what I'm saying is the concept of retiring a jersey is very basketball centric. So instead of retiring jersey numbers and having that number taken away, not to be used anymore, they should just retire names. Diba? Put their names in the rafters. I think it's the University of Tama Vic, diba? Si North Carolina does this, diba? University of North Carolina. Diba? Nandun sila Jordan and Phil Ford. They had a similar concept eh. So I think, and that's my belief, that LaSalle shouldn't retire jerseys, but retire jersey numbers, but just have a Hall of Fame enshrined jerseys there to recognize their athlete. It's the best way for all sports. To be fair, for all sports, it opens up a way to recognize other legends. Kasi ang taas ng standard eh. I think it's so high to get your name recognized and enshrined there. So this will open up a way for other athletes to be enshrined across all sports.
Pati Kick, sorry to cut you a little bit.
Go ahead. That's wrapping up. Go ahead. Yeah. Ubus na.
Lahat ng number ng ubus na.
896. Yun na siya.
Oo. Jersey number 666. Joke lang.
Ang tanong ko, paano pag jersey number 69 yung pina-retire sa LaSalle?
Dapat sobrang all-time great yun. Lampas-lampas talaga yung achievement ng iba.
You have to be worthy of that number.
I will be the judge of that.
Dadaan sa committee ni Willie of 1 on his casting couch. Yung
ano mo? Ano ka mo? Oh, bakit? Bakit ka worthy na i-retire na
Oo.
69?
Hindi nga lang retire.
Gaano ka kagaling tumira?
Yeah.
Ang tanong, worthy ba suotin? Kailangan bago pa
Oo,
suotin, may panel question na si Willie.
Oo.
Ayan. But anyway, what are you guys' thoughts? Do you think it's a proper practice to reside jersey numbers? Ikaw, Brian.
Parang ang hirap nga kasi sayang eh. I think mas maganda if someone is still using number 4 right now.
Kasi captain number 4, di ba? Traditionally, captain's number 4, di ba?
No offense to Ren. I mean, alam naman natin even to this day, I guess based on the titles won and the legacy, Ritualo has a strong case na siya yung greatest archer. Pero parang maganda rin if other players can get the opportunity to wear the same number as he did. Kasi ibig sabihin nun he is also parang paid tribute by that jersey. Parang hindi nag-stop sa kanya yung story ng number 4. Ang daming players na pwedeng maging great in their own way wearing the number 4. So yun lang din yung naisip ko kasi ganun yung thinking sa football, di ba? Pag number 7 ka o pag number 10 ka, it's a burden.
It's a legacy number.
And it has
Correct.
legacy. So may kasamang burden yan and kasamang responsibility for you to perform. So yun yung maganda sana.
Yeah, I think there's the finding the balance between recognizing a player and passing on that legacy number, right? And I think the concept of jersey tying is very NBA, very basketball centric. So it'd be great a way for the school to step away from that. Willie? You?
Ako, basta kung i-retire ang number 6 at number 9, dapat sabay sila. So magkatabi sila.
Joint ceremony.
Joint ceremony dapat. Pero ako, ako, I'm not that invested in the whole, yung ganitong, the technicalities of mga jersey retirement. I do see the merits nga of both, pero I tend to lean more towards nga yung was what Brian shared na it makes for a better storyline, I think, na or a better narrative na you have this number really carrying on an excellent winning tradition, an excellent performing tradition that's being passed down, no? Lumalabas na, it's like you're passing the torch to the next player. I think that would make a better narrative for everyone and in sports in general, no? Pero unfortunately nga, the current tradition nga is yun nga, very basketball centric. I don't see parang kayo guys, even to the audience, saan pa kayo nakita ng sport na nagre-retire ng jersey? Parang kadalasan talaga basketball lang eh.
Maybe hockey. Yeah, that's it. Yep,
hockey.
Si Wade
Hockey,
Gretzky.
din ako.
Saka baseball.
Yeah, that's just my two cents.
Yeah, it's very American professional sports that practice. So it's maybe in the college game, it should have different traditions or practices. For that, Vic, anything to add? Or we can wrap up? Mathematically, darating sa point na yun eh. Mathematically.
100 something.
Pwede siguro, yun nga, maybe not now, but it will definitely happen in the future na mauubusan ka ng numbers and then you had to resort to 3-digit numbers in the sport if you will really base retirements into taking into account anong jersey number yung sinuot nila. Pero for now, it's not yet a big deal for me. Pero pag siguro it will definitely come into conversation pag na-realize na ng mga leagues or award giving bodies na shucks, naubusan na tayo ng jersey number. So maybe actually baka naman hindi umabot sa point na gano'n pag naramdaman nila nagkakaubusan na ng numbers, they will scrap it. So for example, sa atin baka pwedeng mangyari lang naman sa atin to is that pwede ka
and by doing a tradition, it'll give us an avenue to recognize other greats. Example si KQ, diba? Will be si Don Aliado, those kinds of players. Rajan Lee, kung kailangan, si Manoj Chandumal.
Si Papa Jun na.
Legend yan.
Si Papa Jun na, hindi pa na si Papa Jun.
Hindi pa. Oo.
Si Papa Jun hindi na recognize. I mean, siya yung unang after Coach Dindo, siya na yung ano mo talaga,
At si ano pa,
legit na superstar mo talaga, 'di
si
ba?
Manoj Chandumal at si Brian Ilan.
Oo.
Hindi,
Oo.
kaya
Oo.
ma-retire yung jersey nun. Di
Oo.
ba?
Oo, yan yung mga yan. Tsaka si Regent yun, si Regent
Rajan
Lee.
Lee.
Regent.
Diba?
Yan yung mga
Oo.
tipong pag ano na, the crowd will chant your
Yung
name.
name, di ba?
Grabe yan.
Hindi,
Kiyambaw.
no.
Wala, di ba?
No,
Wala naman eh. Oh, Philips. Walang
Parang,
ganun, di ba?
parang
Naputol. Ayun, di
The
ba?
crowd went
Sabi ko
wild.
sa'yo,
the crowd
di
went
ba?
wild.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
Oo.
we can rename we can retire the benches in their honor dun sa ano sa Razon.
Di ba?
Diba? I mean, that's all right. But
Di ba?
guys,
Di ba?
speaking of legends, as we mentioned, it's a 20th anniversary of the 2004 championship. Asterisk daw in UAP legal terms, but 2004 championship for the De La Salle Green Archers. We did an episode with JV Casio recounting his experience, recounting the big shot that he made against FEU in the finals of Game 3. Also, we have another guest upcoming this Wednesday from the 2004 team. This amazing guest.
Noy, amazing!
Sino kaya
Amazing!
yun?
Amazing.
Amazing!
We don't. The stories that we heard from him were unbelievable. That was a great conversation. Thank you for that guest for sharing time. So follow our social media pages. Follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel to see who the guest is and catch the episode. Follow us on our Spotify, as our other social media platforms.
Speaking of social media platforms pala,
Yes.
Kiko, mention
Go ahead.
lang ako dalawang names kasi nagpapabati
Sure.
sila. So, parang credit to them for acknowledging the show. So, isa si James Paul Reyes, sabi niya, pa-shoutout, really enjoying listening to you guys. Tapos yung isa si Carlos
Hello.
Ian. Si Carlos Ian yung nagsabi kay Willie na, ikaw yung una ko inisip nung lumagpas na 16
Oo.
Di ba? Naiisip na nila.
It
Diba?
is a
Shout out
movement.
talaga, Carlo. Natawa talaga ako doon.
You'll get it next time, guys. You'll get it next time.
We'll get it next time.
And ano rin, someone dropped me a note last week, si Gerard Endaya. Ayun. Ganyan football player yan. Problema ng Brian Liverpool fan, so I don't think magkakasundo kayo. So, alright. So, moving on. So, guys, follow our social media pages. Our next episode on Wednesday, we'll be recapping the Ateneo game for you. After that happens, so as you guys know, we release episodes every Monday and Thursday. So watch out for that. Yeah, dami nating announcements, no? Gaya kasi tayo UST eh. So dami parang dami announcements. I mean sa misa na kakain na patapos na bilang please sit down for some announcements. Sobrang yun eh. Deflator yun.
Yung after
Tapos
na communion.
please sit down for the second collection.
Yun, ayan.
Yun.
Collection pa.
Ay, hindi pa pasa. Ganun. Alright, thanks guys. But yeah, thanks guys for listening. So again, we'll catch you in our next episode. So Brian, Willie, Vic, thank you. Thanks everyone for listening. As we always say,
Animal
Willie, Ateneo.
Yamaha!
Bulok.
Baka naman Yamaha! Yamaha Flexcam! Baka naman! Animal Asal!
Ateneo.
Bulok!
Okay. Bye guys.